Syracuse, New York, on the campus of Syracuse University. We're at the historic Carrier Dome where for the last 39 years, championship banners have been hung in the rafters. Tonight the war rages on for the series championship trophy as Adam Anderson and Gravedigger and Neil Elliott and Max D are deadlocked at the top of the point standings. It's the irresistible force against the immovable object, and only one will guarantee his date with destiny in Orlando. It's the home of the Orange. This is Stadium Championship Series 2. This is Monster Jam. Here we are again at the end of the season, and it's still Adam Anderson and Gravedigger, Neil Elliott and Max D, 1 and 2 in the standings, 1 and 1 actually right now. What makes this the greatest rivalry in motorsports?
So I think with Max D and Gravedigger, they've always given the fans exactly what they want, pure carnage. And with Adam and Neil coming down to the end of the season, it's going to be a wild ride.
Here are the point standings coming into tonight's event. Adam Anderson, Neil Elliott, just an absolute deadlock with 422 apiece. Everybody else in this field mathematically eliminated, but you can still act as a spoiler, and Cole Stevens is right there in third place.
I think the spoiler is what the show is all about. You want to try and throw them off of their points, and anytime you really get the chance to line up against them, you want to try to do your best and really push him out of the way.
We've been talking about this, Morgan. Every competition counts. He lost some points in racing to Adam Anderson and Gravedigger.
There's a lot of noise and a lot of talk about what's going down on this season, especially on this tour. You know, you've got two of the best drivers possibly ever to set foot in a monster truck, and it's been great to watch them all season long, and the battle continues today because they're tied going into this show, so every single point matters.
Neil Elliott has competed in 8 Monster Jam World Finals events. He's been driving for Tom Meents since 2003. That is his entire Monster Jam career. Max D is the most decorated truck in World Finals history, but Neil Elliott trying to get that first and elusive Monster Jam World Finals championship. He gets a nice jump there in Max D, so some good air, gets it back on the 4 tires, and he's going to go around for another chance at that freestyle ramp, cross-threading through the middle of that jump, getting it down again. Neil Elliott so focused inside the cab of Max D.
What's always so nice about watching Neil's freestyles is that he carries so much momentum with the truck, is that it's one jump to the next, one jump to the next, and it's so great because he gets so much air that way. I mean, the coilover shocks that he has kind of gives him that good pop coming off of the jump, and the way this truck lands, I mean, Neil's a master at trying to make sure that this thing stays all on 4s the whole time, because if it comes up on 2 wheels, he's obviously the master at 2 wheels too, so he's just going to save it and keep on riding.
And you know that Adam Anderson is going to bring it in freestyle in the black and green wrecking machine, and you can't control that. All he can control is what he's doing right now, and he is so smooth. I think he does the smoothest drift turns in Monster Jam, and another big jump for Neil Elliott and Max D.
Yeah, definitely smooth for sure, and I think that right now Neil knows that he can put the pressure on Adam because going before him in freestyle, Adam's in the truck, he's watching to see what Neil does, and yet again the backflip ramp gets another person. Doesn't look like it's shaped exactly the way it should because the bumpers are hitting before they're even taken off.
No, and you do not see that from Neil Elliott very often, and he was incredibly frustrated inside the truck through the steering wheel. That is not what Neil Elliott wanted, but look at that score. Still gets him up into second. And earlier tonight, the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge took place, and there's Bryce Kenny with a nice nose wheelie. Tries to back it up and could not make that full backup happen on the moonwalk. Here he goes again now, trying to pop it up one more time, and he's going to miss out. He's going to finish in 5th place. Stephen Thompson, an Earthshaker, attempted the bicycle, gets it sideways, and lands it. Nice move.
That was pretty cool. I think that once we get towards the end of the season, everybody's getting really comfortable with the 2-wheel skills, and Adam Anderson and Gravedigger here, I mean, just trying to do something that his brothers basically created with the moonwalk to, I don't even know what you would call it. It's just absolutely insane what these guys can do.
He was able to get 2 bicycles there. Rosalie Raymer, look at that. She's going to try to save it, and she did. So an incredible move for Rosalie Raymer earlier tonight in this competition. Try to get a bicycle, and here is the master, Neil Elliott, in his first attempt. Gets up on the nose of Max D, backed it up, kept it steady. That throttle control he can display is amazing, and he's able to get it back up over that freestyle obstacle. An incredible hit from Max D's Neil Elliott. That is why he has won 21 of these competitions.
I mean, you said it twice just then, master. He is the master at 2-Wheels Skills Challenge, and I hope to see him at the World Finals for the 2-Wheel Skills competition.
Here are the results for the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. Neil Elliott with a masterful run, 9.272. His 10th of the year. Rosalie Raymer had a great run herself. And look at Adam Anderson. So those 2 points from racing, Neil Elliott gets them back. And we moved into freestyle with a complete tie at the top of the leaderboard.
It's just going to take Bryce to just be calm and relaxed and just hang out and have fun. I mean, when the pressure's on, Bryce tends to overthink everything because he is such a smart guy. And he wants to be able to put the best show on for the fans possible, but some of his best runs come from when he's just out having fun and enjoying his time as a Monster Jam driver.
Bryce Kenny will say he's his own worst critic and his own worst enemy as well. He's had an up and down year inside of that truck. They battle mechanical issues on and off, trying to make tonight his night in Syracuse. 3 career freestyle wins in stadiums, 1 this year in Oakland, trying to make it number 4 tonight. Out of Greensboro, North Carolina, he is a product of Campbell University. The former Division I soccer athlete broke into the sport driving Monster Mutt, and now behind the wheel of Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. But Morgan, he can drive anything. He's been a drag racer as well, and now successful in Monster Jam.
Yeah, Bryce is such a great driver, such a great spokesperson for Monster Jam and for Mohawk Nation. I feel like everything that he does it with passion, and that's kind of hard to find in this world today. I mean, the passion that this guy brings to the sport is great because he loves his fans, he loves the sponsors, he loves everything about this sport, and he's so intrigued on trying how can we make it better. So with him being able to think about everything and more of a scientific fact of the Monster Jam side of things, he wants to be able to push these trucks to the limit. And this season, it's been tough for him. You know, him and his crew chief have been battling it out. They've been trying to make sure that everything on the truck stays 100% tight. But for Bryce, he's just ready to get outside of his comfort zone, and this 8-pack could give him the sweet flip that he's looking for.
He's trying to do this all year, and he lands the 8-pack backflip, Bryce Kenny, and look at that on the nose and saves it. That is the wow moment. He talks about that week in and week out. What can you do after a backflip? How about you save the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior?
Man, that was a wild save, wild backflip, and I think that's what the fans have been waiting all night to see.
An incredible freestyle moment for Bryce Kenny, and look at the score that will reflect his run, 9.410. There is the backflip, and he followed it up with one of the most incredible saves I've seen this season. There is Bryce Kenny, and the purple is sweating off of his mohawk as he has to watch Adam Anderson and Gravedigger take to the track.
He is definitely over there sweating it out because him and Adam have been battling it out. Bryce is a great driver, and he learns a lot from everybody in the sport. But this guy right here, Adam Anderson, has taught me more than anything in this whole sport of driving a monster truck and really being a performer for these fans. And Bryce takes alongside of that too. But really, to be able to watch somebody wheel a truck around, there's no one better than Adam Anderson.
And there is a great jump, trademark Adam Anderson in that Gravedigger truck. Earlier tonight in freestyle, we saw Neil Elliott underwhelming on the backflip, didn't land it, which we don't see a lot of from Neil Elliott. So this is the ultimate opportunity for Adam Anderson to take the lead with one more event left in Philadelphia for Stadium Championship Series 2. Morgan, it is all on the line. That bid to World Finals in Orlando is looming, and this is Adam Anderson's moment, and he's going to back up and send it.
I love it. I love it. See, everybody's been coming around that corner and not really hitting that thing really as hard as they should, and Adam knows exactly what the fans want to see because, you know, the black and green wrecking machine, we don't slow down for anything, and backing up into the tunnel, big air like that, we know the fans are here, and that's what they want to see. Adam is just throwing it to this Monster Jam truck. Gravedigger is going to not leave in one piece.
He has the second highest freestyle average on this series, just behind Colt Stevens, but the difference is the wins on the season, and a great jump for Adam Anderson in Gravedigger, big air, and gets all the way across the track. He's going to slow it down. Coming off that ramp, he's got to restart it once again. So that's twice now he has had to stop on the track, but he is not done yet. He is back at it, and look at the wide open track. He's going to go for the 8-pack backflip, and he gets it up on top of the ramp on 2 wheels, sideways, and lands it on all 4 tires.
Adam seems like he might be having an electrical issue, so I wouldn't be surprised if this truck cut off again. But that's the nature of the beast. I mean, these are machines, they're going to break, and we're going to get back to the drawing board in the middle of the week. But that was a heck of a freestyle run, and if that can't go for first place, Bryce has done a great job.
I know some of these saves are not intentional. It looked like Adam Anderson was just stuck in the dirt, wasn't moving, but was able to save it. And look at that. He looks surprised himself. 9.346. That's going to move him up into second place. So Bryce Kenny and Grey Clips Mohawk Warrior will get the freestyle win, but an incredible run for Adam Anderson and Gravedigger.
Mohawk Warrior, they're in the winner's circle tonight, and it feels great for them.
Let's take a look at the overall point standings from the Carrier Dome in Syracuse. Adam Anderson 39 to Neil Elliott's 35. Bryce Kenny's going to take those 14. He will finish in third. But that battle at the top, it was freestyle being all the difference when it comes to our winner.
Oh, for sure. But every competition matters. And at this end of the season, you got to make sure that you're getting the points that you need. And Adam was able to do that tonight.
And you pick up the overall event championship tonight. But most importantly, you pick up 4 points on Neil Elliott going into the home stretch, the final event.
You know, leading into the final event, and oh, that's 4 points. That's not a lot, man. I'd like to be a little more out ahead of Neil Elliott, so that's easily made up. We could be off next time, but hopefully we're not, and Team Digger comes out on top.
So a tight race heading into the final event. You heard Adam, 4 points, not a whole lot. That could be made up in one competition.
And especially with the guy that's behind you, Neil Elliott and Max D. I mean, that guy is a madman in a machine, and anything can happen, man.
Hey Motorsports fans, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe before you go for all the latest news and highlights across motorsports.